guys? Am I live? This was easier this time. Let me see. Am I live? Let me go check myself out. Am I live? Where is... I'm live. Oh my god. Hi, Tammy. Wait. Hi, Tammy. Hi, T-Barb. Hey, Larry Girl. Hi, Alternative Health Digital. Hey, Beth. Hey, Roxanne. Hi, Angela. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Tammy. Little Wolf. Oh my god. Is my microphone okay? I am in a new location, as you can probably tell. Good as gold. Teresa, Dana, Wendy, T-Ride, Helly, Aaron, Wheels. I don't think I ever read that all the way. Eleanor, Angela, Deseret, Terry. I'm okay. Hi. Love you too. A-okay. Hey, you guys. Look at what. It's like Thursday night. Thursday night is going out night, I think, on the YouTube. I was going to go live earlier, but then Johnny was live, and I wanted to listen to him, and then we got caught up in a bunch of stuff. And so, hi, Gloria. Hi, Peg. Okay, so we good to go? You guys, there's so much stuff going on. So much. I love it, and I've been trying to keep up in the background everything that's going on, because it's happening so fast. And doesn't Donald seem a little bit more panicked these days? They all are. I don't even think I really watched the news tonight. I just saw some headlines, but the tone is definitely a little bit more of panic, frenzied panic. And so I wanted to see what was going on with Donald, because everybody else that I did. Looks like you guys have a good view. Okay, we're good. It's okay, Larry Girl. Multitask away. We all do that. So I noticed right now where the moon is, it's in Donald's area of secrets and hidden enemies. The tarot said the most important thing happening right now is the Seven of Swords theft, and the hidden enemy is the Empress, Trump, Russia. Donald drew, what did he draw? He drew his secret is temperance, how he blends his stuff with Russia's, and his hidden enemy is the Fool. There have been some significant things that have happened just today. I think this is why these guys are freaking out. Okay, this is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Oh, see, I can't even read my notes anymore because I can't keep up with it. Aside from today, is the sun is squaring major eclipsey stuff. 6, 7. Okay. Oh, yeah, today's sun squared the full moon eclipse. Back the 20th. Which full moon eclipse? It's squaring the one from January 10th, and then 2 days later was a Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which was the change of everything, structures, world power. Hold on to your butts, you guys, the next 4 days. Just don't do anything risky, please. The other thing that's happening is Mars is square Uranus. That's explosive, impulsive energies, things that create accidents, things that create donholio, impulsively firing 7 inspector generals, impulsively everything he's doing. What are you guys saying? Anything else? I wish I was a double shot of Macchiato. It's just my brain is obsessed with this, and now I know I can read the tarot, so instead of going crazy, my brain needs an outlet for all this stuff. The other thing that's happening, the Mercury is finally leaving Pisces. It's been there since February. It's been retrograde. Pisces is the area that's hidden. Mercury's not strong in Pisces. It lets deception breed. It lets ill will breed. It also allows healing to breed. But as soon as this Mercury goes into Aries, it is going to be like a bolt. Like I get the feeling of like, you know how you're going to go on a roller coaster and you're sitting in the cars and then all of a sudden you get lurched forward because you're going to go up the hill on the roller coaster. That's how this Mercury feels to me. And not only is we going to lurch forward, it's going to be explosive and fast from the get-go, because being ruled by Mars in square to Uranus, yeah, you guys, lay low. It's going to get really nutty. So these are the things you got to know that happened. What's the quote? The wheels of justice turn slowly, but grind exceedingly fine. I think things are starting to grind. We're at the grinding part. We're grinding, you guys. So, grinding exceedingly fine. There were some rulings today. First, there was a new foreign agent register with FARA. We got someone new who registered as a foreign agent. It's been a while, but this guy used to work for the Ukrainian, was a Ukrainian MP, Andriy Durbak. He's a guy that was part of the corruption still in Ukraine that made unsubstantiated allegations of corruption against Joe and Hunter Biden. He's an alumni of the KGB, which means the FSB Russia. So he's affiliated with Rudy, and he had to declare that he was an agent of a foreign government. He said his business was he was a consultant, and these people got caught up in it. The president was Nabil Bader. Bader. We had a science teacher in high school whose last name was Bader, and we had to call him Mr. Bader. So, Mr. Bader is a consultant for Rudy. Corrupt. Andy, this guy is in it. This person, Hannadi Bader, Oksana. So these people were part of this consulting agency, had to declare FARA today. That's not good for the propaganda side in the Ukraine and the Rudy. Another thing that happened today, there was a ruling, I don't know where. It said essentially that the Trump family, their organization, their businesses, anything they do, cannot force people accusing them of a pyramid scheme into arbitration, meaning if they're being accused of something, it has to be public. The Trump family apparently is facing this kind of charge, and they must comply with that. This was through Courthouse News. Also, our executive branch agencies in the Department of Justice recommended that the FCC revoke and terminate China telecommunications. There's a lot moving forward with Zoom. Everybody's Zooming. Imagine that. They went public in March. How that like coincides with all this breakdown stuff. The world having to lock up. They're having problems because, you know, their servers are kind of in a city called Beijing. So if you get a code to Zoom, the stuff you're Zooming goes to Beijing, and that's why there's so many problems with the Zoom bombing. And now there's issues with privacy, because if doctors are going to Zoom, we have, you know, medical information that needs to remain confidential. And, you know, kids are Zooming with classrooms. I know my kids are. And now if that stuff is going to Beijing, now there's another breach of privacy, and now AI with facial recognition software. It's just not good. It's just not good. So this was just today. And I stopped looking this evening. Yesterday, the 8th. Do I not have notes for the 8th? Nothing happened on the 8th? Let's see. Let me check in with you guys. What are you guys doing? Yes, exactly. Do not, yeah. Little Wolf, the Attorney General in New York, they have already filed inquiries into Zoom because they want clarifications on a lot of privacy issues that they haven't answered. And then Zoom went and hired someone from Facebook. I don't know what kind of person it is, but on how to deal with privacy issues. Come on. Oh, Zoom had a security breach. So what's going on with Barr McConnell? We'll get to that. Hi, Terry. I'm glad you're here. I don't, good as gold. I just think that Zoom is in a position where they're able to get a lot of business. They just went public, but their servers are in Beijing. That's not good. It's not good for our data. I know, there's so many scandals. So that's what happened today, but oh my gosh. This thing happened on the 6th as we were leading to the full moon that was exposing everything. No one's really talked about this one either. There was a massive case. I don't know, it was through the Department of Justice. These people were indicted, arrested, through FIFA. I forgot what FIFA stands for, but it's the International Football League. The professional soccer. Abroad they call it football. We call it soccer. There were like 45 charges, probably at least 20 people involved for fraud. And this is the very, very basic part of it, but it was that there were certain people that took money as bribes. They laundered money, etc., all that stuff with corruption and bribes for being able to host World Cup. This also applies to 2018 Russia hosting the World Cup. And I believe Qatar is involved in there. And then remember when Donald went to Helsinki and then Putin handed him the soccer ball like, oh yeah, you get to host it next time. The whole FIFA thing, FIFA, massive global corruption. And the pieces that stood out to me, not only that this was a global thing that got busted, when you start to look at where these banks are, so a lot of these people that were involved with this, they're getting busted for wire fraud because they were using banks in New York. There's a bunch of people who were making negotiations and doing favors. A lot of them resided in Miami. Miami is a hotspot for Little Russia. And then as I noticed all the cities that got caught up in this, like Qatar is caught up in there, but other cities located in Panama, in Guatemala, in Honduras, I can't remember the others, but what kept popping up in my mind was like, oh my gosh, like that's where I always suspected a Twitter or a propaganda troll farm was. It was like in all of these cities where I used to document trends and where trends got started in what global cities. It's like those cities were also coincidentally part of where all these people were getting in trouble, where these headquarters were. So this is massive because not only does it pull in a major corrupt thing, it's almost like a warning shot in my eyes to Donald and Russia. Hey, we got you. You guys are going down. We're just going to start with this to make you a little nervous. This was April 6th. When I threw on FIFA, I don't know how to say it. That's why it's in here. Donald showed up like in the secret of hidden people as the King of Pentacles. He showed up a couple times. I did not expect him to show up, but he did because he shows up everywhere. So to me, that was kind of like a warning shot. That was on Monday. Also on Monday, the case went against EpiPen. Remember, EpiPen a couple years ago was charging like $300-400 for one pen the kids need for their allergies, that if they have an allergic reaction, it's like an EpiPen. It's something like you stab it in their leg or something, and then you have to press the button and it releases like all the adrenaline to avert a major reaction to an allergy, like if it's a peanut allergy or a bee sting or whatever. They keep these in schools. Well, they were up to like $300, and the thing is only good for 6 months and they expire. And then there was a run on EpiPens that nobody could find them because people were hoarding them again. So this case finally is going to court. And I think that was after Donald was in office, this broke out. Well, anyway, you know the CEO of EpiPen, that's Joe Manchin's daughter. The one, is he in, where is he from? Pennsylvania, West Virginia, the one that always sides with Trump. That case against EpiPen also on Monday could proceed. Senator David Perdue bought stock in medical PPE on January 24th, the same date as the Senate classified meeting on COVID-19. There's another big one, April 7th. Oh my gosh, look at all these things that happened. We talked about these. The Navarro letter, the acting Navy, that guy resigned. What a dork. McAnoyings in the White House. Donald removed the independent watchdogs. Kash Patel, Shiff, the Wisconsin Priorities most COVID. Oh, did you guys know that when Russia sold us, we got those ventilators from Russia? Russia sold them to us last week, and they were by a sanctioned Russian company. Unbelievable. No, where was it? There was some other big thing that happened on the 7th or 8th. This is it. Nicolin, what's this guy's name? This case. This is why. This guy, he was extradited to the United States in 2018. I want to say his first name is Artemi. I could be wrong. Well, let's just call him Nick, because I can't say these names. So Nick, he was extradited to the U.S. in 2018. In 2016, he was arrested because he made the mistake of like going on vacation outside of the Ukraine or Russia. And he got picked up maybe in, I don't know, Germany. And he was arrested. He's the one who is associated with, remember all those data security breaches? LinkedIn, he hacked that, got all the passwords, usernames. They did that to Yahoo. Over 2 billion accounts were exposed with Yahoo. I want to say like 2013, 2015. But ultimately, this is the guy that's affiliated with hacking the DNC in 2016. This was on the 8th. Or was it on the 7th? It was right around the full moon. We were supposed to get shocking news. So this guy's case, there was, I don't know if it was an unsealing or a status update about his case, that they would proceed, I think, in May. There have been so many delays in this case because, number one, he was extradited. Then he was doing everything he could to have his case delayed. Most recently was that he was trying to act crazy, so then they had to rule out that he wasn't insane, that he could stand trial. And that was the most recent thing. They decided he could stand trial and he was competent, so this is moving to proceed. Like, this is shattering news. So I feel like this Nicolin thing, this case, is freaking them out. I feel like this FIFA thing is freaking them out. And this FARA guy is freaking them out. It's like some major buttons got pushed. Major. So, how are you guys doing? I'm going to get a drink of water. So at last, I finally got to say that stuff. Okay. Anything else? Yes, endless corruption. Munchin Mansion. Oh, can you? Yes. Where's Becca? Becca, I'll make you House of Lenormand. There you are. You are moderator. Thank you, Becca. How was your reading tonight? I saw that you were live. Oh, yes, please hit the like button. I'll hit it too. Hi, Becca. Okay, so there is definitely a very, very weird vibe going on. I thought earlier, I think Scott Allen commented on it. Something weird was going up with DOJ, and I could sense that as well. Oh, okay. So, what should we read out? You know what? I'm going to get the old icky, the original deck during the government shutdown. And those crimes were really chugging forth. We had no idea what was going on. Why? These guys just seem so freaked out. Donald drew. What did I say he drew at this time with the secrets? Temperance and the Fool. That's where the moon is right now. And it's hitting eclipse clicks. Donald, why are you so freaked out? Ooh, the Fool is on the ascendant. There's so many Fool cards this full moon. So this full moon, everything that I did with that is good for the next lunation. These nutty people. So tell me, Donald, what are you freaking out about? What's your secret that you're freaking out about? He is fired up. It says fire in this area of secrets where the moon is. It's intercepted, so he can't get out of it. He can't break free. I wonder if that's why he's just trying to say, oh yeah, he's freaking out with the economy. They're all of a sudden we got to open the economy. No, we're not going to. Donald, what are you freaking out when it comes to temperance and the Fool? The money. The money. All that money. Last week, I had the Ace of Pentacles reversed because that had to do with Russia's telecommunications carrier, Rostelecom, how they hijacked some of the networks and rerouted all the internet traffic. That was last week. What's at the base of this, Donald? You're freaking out about... You should be freaked out about this. You're freaked out about this because of the Page of Cups again. News coming in. I've ID'd this Page of Cups several times. It has been not only... is this Josh Kushner? This is Josh Kushner. News from overseas. The Magician, he drew that, I think, at the quarter moon. I think this is news related to Josh Kushner. So the basis of this, let's just say that's Josh Kushner. Could be some other people. What's crowning you guys? What are you freaked out about, Donald? The action that you took related to some money related to Josh Kushner. What'd you guys do? Okay, the Sun card that's been coming up for me, I realize this is Adam Shiff. They're so pissed at Adam Shiff because of everything that he revealed about them. This Sun started showing up in end of January, I think. Adam Shiff had, I don't know if they were closing arguments, but it was when he was live, and I did a reading live in tandem to his his speech, and that's when he said they committed a propaganda coup. So I got the nation's reaction to what they were hearing, and it was very profound. The nation saw Shiff as the sun revealing everything, like game-changing. When I was questioning Donald while I was doing that reading in tandem, furor. And that's when Shiff started showing up as the sun. So a lot of this has to do with Adam Schiff and what he revealed. And now, Adam Schiff wrote that letter to Grinnell about you can't be changing the intelligence agency and how it's organized. Maybe that's this Rick Grinnell person. I can't even keep track of him now. So you're worried about the money, then this person, your little lieutenant, the action you took because of what Adam Schiff revealed, leading to, I just have screaming through my mind, Ukraine, the mafioso Ukraine, the propaganda, the corruption from Ukraine. His betrayal. The Justice Department, the fake Justice Department. I am like feeling like this is Rudy Giuliani kind of justice working with Bill Barr. The infighting the mafia. This is Bill Barr. This is my Bill Barr card last week. So, yeah, I bet that's what it is. And then Bill Barr's. Okay, what's your? So he's freaked out about the money, and the challenge is because of all the money going back and forth, the corruption, the bribes. Donald is covered in. Speaker Pelosi. I swear my cards, this card, it's like she's always chasing. She always shows up all the time. It pisses him off. Oh, the star. The office of the President of the United States. Oh, really? Or is it Rostelacom? Oh, and the assault on our nation. The plans that they did that. So that's what he's freaking out about right now. There seems to be more people freaked out. What are you guys talking about? Okay. Anything else? Okay, so I'm gonna, yes, please hit the like button, everybody. I'd like it very much. Okay, so should I ask what Bill Barr's, whatever he was mumbling about today about, I don't know. I just saw enough, heard some mumbling enough that I knew I had to turn off the TV. Wait, are all you guys on here? Okay, so Bill Barr said something, I think it related to, okay, I'll ask this question. Why do these guys need the economy, the government, to suddenly must open up, like right now, and have like a big celebration parade open? Like they are freaking out. And then I think Mitch McConnell tried to pass something that was not cool. It did not helping the small businesses, because I don't think small businesses are getting loans like they're supposed to be. Of course, because the banks have been holding on to that money too. So, what is my question even? Why are they freaking out about the economy? Why is there such a freaking push with the economy right now? Because people will die. I don't know if it's that the chaos is going to be able to let them distract and deflect and crawl under the shadows and steal. Oh, yeah, Sue Woods. Kushner's trying to get out medical data under the guise of helping to control the... Yes, they are taking a lot of data. I did that. It was underneath the big update to the full moon, or the bigger I think it was the bigger update to the full moon. One of those two. Yeah, they're siphoning off data. They're stealing data. All the medical data. Yes, our medical information. Yeah, all of it. It's not only our medical information, it's our personal information. It has, our legal name, our addresses, our social security numbers. It has, they have our DNA. If we're talking about those coronavirus tests, that's how that got started, because last week Dr. Briggs reported that 50% of the corona testing, CERVEZA testing, was missing. And that was part of the stimulus package that the CDC had to have all of the data. Well, half of it is missing, and that's the reading that I did. The title is 50% Poof, and that video seems very suppressed, in my opinion. It's just really weird. Those stats, it was weird. So when I read into that, it was because Josh and Jared are getting all this medical data, not only your medical history, but probably people you're related to, and they have your DNA. They have everything. And it's all going to Russia. Because and with all of this testing going on worldwide, it's all seems to be getting filtered to China, Russia. So yeah. Also tonight they were saying the tests are given a high percentage of, false negatives, test with the absentee ballot, all this sacks from the dry, Good at what are they doing? Oh my gosh, data is $1 trillion industry. The more that they can micro-target, the more that businesses can cater to you or block you, or like China has, what is it called, a social score? Like a social media score. They have like a civilian social score, much like a credit score. Like when you're trying to go buy something and you have to have a good credit score, it's something that's going to be held against you to micromanage the world. It's really scary. And the only way they can win elections and be in charge of stuff is if they have your data and they can manipulate everybody, get everyone fighting with each other, everyone interpreting a different story of the facts. I can't even imagine what kind of narratives are going on, because people come up with the craziest things, and then it's like, social media has been targeting them with certain groups or certain replies, or guiding them to different narratives. It's called reflexive control. That's how you control the narrative. You control your opposition by controlling the narrative. That's why they need your data, all of your data. And the health insurance companies, look at how much they're trying to get rid of the ACA. Still, they're in court trying to get rid of our health care. If they can rewrite the laws and they can discriminate against you with your health care data that they now have, because now they have probably DNA samples, your propensity for ill health, they can charge you higher premiums or reject you. Everything is about data. That's why I've said many times in the past, I do not like having apps on any of my devices, because they can gather each other's information. You delete the app and you just access what you need via the web. Like YouTube, I do not have a YouTube app anywhere. I just go to the web, preferably Firefox, to log in each time. Sometimes there's some pages I can't see, but life has been a lot cleaner and simpler and more private since I started doing that. I've had some scary things happen, aside from not being able to vote, but things showing up directly, texts to me that you would only know through social media and through different accounts that don't link together at all, but then combine to create a narrative to send me messages that they're not scary, but the fact of what they know and how they could put it together is terrifying. That's why I'm so private. Until I get a better grasp on what's going on and how much I'm protected, I will still always be jazz hands. Hey, you guys. I need another drink. Sorry, I don't know if I swallow loudly. My daughter does. She scared me. I didn't even know she was in the kitchen another night. All of a sudden, I heard her gulping. And I'm like, who's that? What are you doing? I'm just drinking some water. I was ready to go through the roof. Okay. Yes, watch The Great Hack on Netflix. You can even get a month free of Netflix. Best movie. It's so good. Yeah, I don't know what they have related to DNA, but I wouldn't be surprised, whatever they have planned up their sleeve, that they will do whatever they can to get it. Good as gold. Do you think Ancestry.com or 23andMe, they're part of the information gathering? I do know that if you do those tests and you send your stuff off, you no longer have rights to your DNA. You don't. You've lost your privacy with it. If you read the fine print on the privacy information and how they use your DNA, you cannot retaliate. They own that information, which is insane. I would love to do that, but until that gets changed, I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, good as gold. Wow, is right. Okay, so oh, wait a minute. I got to make sure. Just 1 second. I got to check this out. I always forget to turn on. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't lose you guys. Why do they do this? Okay, I had to make sure I was monetizing. I don't know why the default is for going live to turn off monetization. Isn't that crazy? I can't change it. Okay, let me go back. I hope you guys are still there. Oh, Lordy. There I am. Am I? Oh, God. Just a second. Where am I? Here we go. Yes, I want to see you guys. Why can't I see you? Okay, I think I'm back. There. I'm back. Okay. So what was I talking about? I'm going to unzip. I'm really warm right now. T-Barb? Holy cow. T-Barb, hold that thought. Thank you so much, dear. You got a question for me? I'll answer it for you. Thank you, babe. Okay, what was my question was, why are they all of a sudden done an about face and done an about face on the economy? What's this push from GOP? Oh, look at that. Trump, Russia. They're saying they're the ones that's pushing to open up government. Why? Why does Trump Putin want to do that? What's at the basis of their frenetic energy? Their agreements. All the agreements that they've made with Russia, that's why they have to do this. Can you guys hear me? I moved this. Oh my gosh, Linda Foster. Linda from Indiana. Thank you. I need your question too. You guys are so generous. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Trump, Russia, the agreements the Republican Party has, they're owed their oath to the Trump, Russia. It is crowned by what? Having to get this economy going. They love us. They're so in love. I think this is their oath that, preempts, that is above their one that they took as a senator. Okay. Because in the past, what happened? Things are moving quickly. What in the world is moving quickly? I know the economy and unemployment, but what is it that's moving so quickly? Oh. Okay, this is my card for elections. This is also the card that I had the other day. Their celebration in the Rostelecom hijacking of our streaming networks to collect all that data. And that was under one of the full moon videos. There's a problem with this. Did they get caught? Oh, it's coming quickly. What's coming quickly? Trump, Russia, China. The word's getting out. And how they transfer data. This is my data transfer thing. How, like, if you think of this as a cable network, it picks up USA data. It goes over to Russia. Russia takes it, comes back, picks up more, blends in their data, back and forth, back and forth. That's why they're freaking out. It's something's coming out with them. It's coming out quickly. What's it going to lead to? Russia, China. Because of this data, the data connections, this is a Russian app. It started with Lavrov in DC at the time of the impeachment vote in mid-December. Because they're all being investigated. GOP, what's your challenge with here, the Empress and the economy? The mercenaries, the money trail, their freaking money trail. Hello, you're covered in, oh, yeah. Oh my God, if this is election payments and or the telecommunications heist, voter suppression. This is voter suppression. It can also be agency money. This is transmitting intelligence abroad. These are microchips that are dormant in systems and then they activate around elections. I mean, it could be about elections. Something is coming quickly. I mean, look at those cases that happened. Nicolin, the guy that got extra, his case has to go forward. They've gotten really bad news, as I was talking about at the beginning here. Okay, T-Barb. Holy cow. Hey, CA as well. Thank you. You guys are so generous. What are your questions? What are your questions? I think T-Barb asked, T-Barb, what's your question? Linda, is your question, will they ever stop this tangled web with Russia? I think once, Sharon Lee, love you. T-Barb. Dang, you put me on the spot. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, T-Barb. Okay, I think, Linda Foster, you wanted to know when will this ever stop? Where did I see that? Yeah, will they? Oh no, am I? Please don't tell me I'm. Why is this not going? Sorry, wait a second. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I can't. You guys get your questions down. Please, thank you so much. So, Linda, will they ever stop this tangled web with Russia? Yes. What's it going to take to get them to stop this tangled web with Russia? What's it going to take to get them to stop this tangled web with Russia? What's it going to take to get them to stop this tangled web with Russia? What's it going to take to get them to stop this tangled web with Russia? Who knows? Okay, this card has to do with not only election hacking, but how they hacked the election and how they hacked Americans' brains, how they created a divided country in politics. It also is the cover for worse things that they're doing in the background. So, how will it happen at the base? I'm sorry, my dryer is going, and I think change fell out of someone's pants because it's really loud. I guess when the Russia-China deal goes bad with elections, with the mercenaries and the money trail, the data that's been given up, when they find out how all the data was blended, and there's your spy. When the spy gives up, or Facebook, when they connect Russia-China to Donald, and how things are manipulated by Kim Jong-un. This could be Josh Kushner. It could be a Devin Nunes. It could be a, I don't know, Rand Paul, a Mitch. This is my no card. When there's no, they can't take action. That's when it's going to end. I think we made some big dents in that with some of the releases I gave earlier today, those cases. Does that answer your question? I feel like we're right on the cusp. We are on such important eclipse activity. I can't even keep track of it anymore because every day it's boom, boom, boom. Something huge is happening. And there's a quote by Albert Einstein that just blew me away, which I think explains what we're going through with these eclipse clicks, all these like Saturn, Pluto, all these things that I keep saying happening only once every 12 years that have been happening in the last 2 months. Einstein said, I don't know what he said, but it was something to the fact that compounding forces are the greatest forces of them of all. When things compound and synergize and they move forward like that, those are the strongest forces in the universe. And we're there. We have gone through so much. Holy crap. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Okay. Whose question am I answering here? Who is this? Who are you? This is Cynthia. Love and light, you are amazing. Cynthia, do you have a question? Cynthia, love and light, I'm looking for your question. Yes, I'm laundering money. I'm making it very clean, Ian. Cynthia, love and light. Do you have a question? Cynthia, love and light. How come? Oh, stop it. Oh, Sharon, will you stay healthy? Here. Cynthia, love and light, and Gloria, I'm thankful for you too, if you got a question. And Beth Knight, thank you. Sharon Lee, your son-in-law is a corrections officer. Will he stay healthy? I want to get a different deck. I want to be able to, I don't have my yes no tarot with me, but I'll use this one as like a yes no tarot. Come on out. Sharon Lee, my son-in-law is a corrections officer. Will he stay healthy? I hope you guys are making him masks. I hope they have masks. I hope all of them. Thank God for them. Thank God for all of our corrections officers. And I hope that they do. God, they need help. They needed help before all this stuff broke out. The corrections officer. Will he stay healthy? Will he stay healthy? Will he stay healthy? Taking it in. He's got to pace himself with this. He's got to pace himself, okay? I know he can get into situations, but don't do anything. Like making sure the mask is covered completely. No gaps. Always stay healthy. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. At the Ace of Wands reversed. That's a no. But let's keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Page of Pentacles. He is surrounded in this Page of Pentacles. These are all the people with the virus. It's like coming down on. I just feel like he's like in a cloud of it, like with all the aerosol stuff, how it's in the air. No. Yes. And like I'm getting a feeling that he might get it, but there's a recovery. And I was feeling like there was a recovery, and then that Ace of Cups came in. Yes. What do we need to know? There's hope. If he gets it, we'll be hopeful. He's working in some tight areas that are not well ventilated. And it's getting to everybody. He's working for justice. This is about finding balance with that. Venus. There's something, I don't know what this is. There's something that's able to keep this in check. I don't know if they have it yet, but there's something that's going to help them stay balanced with it, if that makes sense. Oh my goodness. T-Barb wants, oh, is it there? I don't, oh, goodness. Okay, how do I get rid of that? You know what, this is my, okay. This is the app. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Did I do it? No. I thought nope. How do I get rid of this? I'm using, what is this called? Delete. Why can't I get rid of that? Okay, it says it's not on. I don't see it here, but it's showing up on my computer. I'm going to refresh it, see if it disappeared. Oh no, did I lose you guys? Where am I? It's gone. Is it gone? Yay, I did it. You have a bit black screen. Sue, refresh. Okay. Okay, thank you, thank you. Phew. Okay, there. I'm sorry, T-Barb. I would absolutely find that totally annoying to have that that on the screen. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Yes, a clothes dryer is running in the background. I took over the man cave laundry room. I can go turn it off. Here, I'll go turn that off because it is kind of distracting. I'll be right back. Hi, puppy. Get some more water. Okay. All good now. We're in the quiet. The quiet of the night in the man cave laundry room. Actually, I like my laundry room. Actually, we haven't moved yet. That's been part of the nightmare behind the scenes. I can't even get into it now. But things are going to shift. Let's see. Okay, so I have some questions I'm supposed to answer. I can't find them. Okay, so let me know what they were. What those questions were. Okay, I don't know who the jogging guy is. Oh, I think that is the app I'm using. I forgot the name of it. I'm not gonna touch that again because we'll see T-Barb forever then, right? Okay. You're welcome, Sharon. Okay, so what am I doing now? There were all those things I wanted to touch on. Oh my gosh. What's you guys, seriously, what is with Ivanka now is doing she's in charge of some economy thing board. It's just screaming nepotism in front of our faces. I don't really understand what happened tonight with all that. No, Andrea, what was your question about the pastors? Or is it Andrea? I'm trying to go back and find it. You must have asked that a bit ago. Okay, ask me again. Will Lady Karma visit them in the form of... Visit who? Visit who exactly? Let's first, I got to tell you guys about the vision I had about the CERVEZA, that virus. So I replied to someone on one of the readings that I did, and that person reminded me of the vision that I had, that someone did a reading on La CERVEZA. And there's been one image that has always been in the back of my mind every time I would think of it. And I made nothing of it. I haven't had this vision for a while, but I would say almost like every other day for like a month. Every time I would think about La CERVEZA, it was almost as if I were a molecule of it floating around in the air, but I was floating up high in the air and almost like a lab. But the lab where I could see scientists like in another room because there was a glass wall, but they were just so furiously talking to each other. But I'm just like floating and floating and floating. And so when I replied to that person, I was like, you know what? I need to go back to that and find out the rest of the story. So when I did that, I was back now, that floating molecule. And then all of a sudden I was like floating like outside of the, almost like a metal warehouse, or like a, you know, sometimes you see like those metal, like large garage, like nondescript, I mean, just boring, plain old like storage garage. So then it was like nighttime and I was like floating up high, but then all of a sudden I could feel myself get like, I don't know if it was like a big vacuum or something, but I just got sucked down into something. And it was very fast, accelerating, kind of like when you see in those, in the movies, like if information is traveling down a cable or a network, kind of like that, but you couldn't see anything. It was just, everything was just so dark and black. And then I would get, sometimes I'd see like red dots, but they would come in like a pattern or formation and then they'd leave. But it almost seemed like if I was getting sucked into something, and like I was in a centrifuge. Like if you were in a lab, like a science lab, it reminded me of chemistry lab in college where we had to use the centrifuge to try to separate liquids into their different forms to spin out the different properties of it. So whatever happened, I'm like spinning and churning, and then all of a sudden it just feels really compact and tight, and there's like a lot of things like me packed so tightly, like tight, like atoms that make coal or diamonds, carbon, but like really tightly packed. And I was just like there in like a box. And then the next thing is, when I thought about it longer, this being contained in this space, now all of a sudden I wasn't contained in this space. It was like daylight. And now I'm just kind of this compact in this dark square with everything else. It's almost like the lid was taken off, and now I'm just kind of in this area, outdoors in a public space, and it was kind of wet and concrete, and were people like in like around like in an alleyway with like garbage, and then that's where the vision stopped. So why am I talking about this again? I think I just wanted to be able to share that with you guys. The question was karma. Okay, so Corona or CERVEZA. What's your karma? What's your role? CERVEZA, do you have karma? Is there a karmic part of you? And the thing is, this thing just floats. It just goes where it goes. But I feel like that centrifuge, though, activated, like, you know, the molecules that we see, it's round with those like little red dots all around it. Like, I feel like that outside part of it is just spinning so fast, almost like a those spinners, those, what are those spinners called that those kids always had, and they would spin them? Now they're spinning like that, nonstop. So CERVEZA, do you have karma? What's your karma? Do you have a purpose related to karma? I go where I go. I'm supposed to hibernate somewhere. All I'm going to say is this is my GOP card. Karma. It's crowning your karma, CERVEZA. How I was created. I go back to where I was created. I was put this, like I was put in a box. Others in a box. I was put in a box. Look at all my power. All my power. Going to things with power. Well, holy crap, you guys. This is the week of power. Because Jupiter passed Pluto, which we went from ridiculous wealth to ridiculous power. Pervasive power and control. Towers the karma. Manipulation is the karma. Hi, Josh. And I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. Challenge with karma. I don't know what that is. I want to say Russia, China, but there's outrage, there's betrayal. Covered in. That's the karma. How it was weaponized. Hi, Donald. That's the offer, the Trump campaign. There is going to be karma that comes back to haunt him. I will say that. Okay. So that was that. I feel like this CERVEZA is going to accelerate the karma. Like it isn't just a one thing, it's a conglomerate of so much stuff, but that accelerates it. Yeah, I think this timeout is good. I was talking about that with my kids. Getting back to basics, which is a very Capricorn-y thing. Getting back to the core of you, your structure, what makes you real, back to reality. Rooting back into the earth. We are definitely in a timeout. That's what we were saying today. This feels like a timeout. The one feels like he's grounded. What are you going to do? But it's good. Even though it's stressful and it's scary, it's reconnecting with families, those that you love, reflecting on where we've been, being able to just finally slow down and get our wits about ourselves, I think is so good. Okay, what? Let's see. Are you talking about the administration, Andrea? Will they? My suspicion is that those that are in charge have got vaccinated. I always come back to that. I did a reading in January, end of January, 3 parts about La Cerveza, and I know it's in there. Okay, gosh, my throat is parched. Okay, I feel like I'm in a total time warp, you guys. Today, what time is it? Okay, and today, oh, it's Good Friday. Happy Good Friday. Okay, any questions? I know I have a billion of questions myself. But if you guys have any questions, did you have any questions about the reading I did and who all these people are doing, what's going to come back to them at the full moon? I had so many I wanted to look at. Look for my comment and push. Hi, Jeannie. Oh goodness. If you guys have been feeling ungrounded lately, blame the aspects for that. That's happening. This is another thing I want to tell you guys. Oh, Eric Prince. Yeah, well, that's a good question. I will answer about Eric Prince. I want to talk to you guys about Venus retrograde right now. And it's not retrograde, it's going to go retrograde. I don't know when. May, June, because Venus right now is in shadow. It's entering that period of when it's retrograde. I'm very concerned about this Venus retrograde because the Republican Party, whenever Venus is in retrograde or Venus is in Aries or Venus is in Scorpio, that is when they make their meanest, most disgusting legislation against women, against children, against immigrants. It is when they are the most cruel and heartless. The last time we had Venus retrograde in Gemini was in 2012, and this is when I first started paying attention really to Venus retrograde, because that's when it transited the sun. Venus essentially was eclipsed by the sun, and it was retrograde. When Venus is retrograde, it's not strong. So the things that Venus represents are not strong. Venus represents women. In Gemini, it represents our neighborhood and our friendships and our siblings and our commerce. Our friendships, our love of electronics, our love of social media. Well, last time it was retrograde, that's when Facebook went public. That was their IPO, and I was like, what the heck is going to happen? Because when I saw the horoscope for that, I was like, this is not good. Because the horoscope showed, I'm like, what bad things could Facebook and Zuckerberg do to women and children? Because that's how it looked. Because I think we had an eclipse then too. And I just didn't know what that was about. It stuck out to me badly. The other time, and then I was reading articles, the other time that Venus was retrograde was when that triangle fire, I think in the 1800s in New York. The only thing I know about it is that there was a massive fire, is in the Triangle building, and the fire escapes were locked because there were so many people working 24/7, 7 days a week. Hundreds of women, seamstresses, died in that fire. And that was during Venus retrograde. I don't know if it was in Gemini. So it's like, what's going to happen with Venus retrograde in Gemini? And then sure enough, unfortunately, 6 months later in December is when we had the Sandy Hook shooting. And when I looked at those charts, they exactly clicked. So, having said that, Venus is in Gemini, and she's going to go retrograde. So I want to know what's going to happen then, because it's not good for financial gains. Zuck, though, I don't know, when he first went public, I think people were saying this is overinflated. He took a lot of flack the first months with valuation of it, but then it proved to be, a data hoard, and the Russians were his startup money. Same with Twitter. I just dropped the card. Just a second. So I want to find out what to expect with this Venus retrograde. There's Venus right now at the full moon, 3 degrees, we the people, in a beautiful trine to Saturn and Mars, giving us a lot of stability. But it's not going to be so stable. What happens during Venus retrograde in Washington, D.C.? The Trump Crime Syndicate. That is interesting because Donald is a Gemini. His Venus right now is 23 Cancer. It's opposite Pluto. Pluto's been drilling down. It's going to be drilling down for months in that can opener place, months and months. So what happens to the Trump Crime Syndicate with Venus retrograde? Adam Schiff. The basis. Oh, really? Adam Schiff is at the basis of this. What is crowning the Trump Crime Syndicate? Elaine Chao. You guys, she is in so much trouble. She and Eric Prince are at the heart of all this stuff that's going back and forth, especially with PPE, money, data, everything going over to China and Russia. She, Eric Prince, are the go-between. So is Josh Kushner. He's a go-between. And his wife. His wife is a model. Kaylee Clausen, something like that. So in Venus's retrograde, we have the Trump Crime Syndicate. At the basis of this is Adam Schiff with Elaine Chao at the top, because in the past, they were moving stuff, moving money, moving PPE. It's going to lead to everything we know about the offers Donald made. What's your challenge, Trump Crime Syndicate with Venus retrograde? Everything they stole. Oh, covering him and how they manipulated it, how they just took all of that stuff and made it into something bigger. Tarot, show me, how do you see what happens to the Trump Crime Syndicate? Action is being taken by them? No. Action taken against them. The environment. Because of the agreements they have. Oh my God, the Five of Pentacles. This is voter suppression. It's also agency money. It's people being denied care for coronavirus, CERVEZA. The fear, Venus retrograde. So we lost so much, that we would lose so much stuff that's already been transmitted. The next steps. This is my Jared card. It's also someone else. I want to say Tom Barrick. He's in trouble too, you guys. Next steps with the final outcome with the Venus retrograde. This Page of Cups again shows up. This could be love. This could be Hyde, the guy. Robert Hyde is the guy that Rudy Giuliani hired over in Ukraine to stalk Marie Yovanovitch, and he was the one hoarding 10 to 20 million PPE. Oh my God. The Spy, or Facebook, Trump Russia. Okay, I need clarifiers. I don't even know what to clarify. Adam Schiff, what's this about? Donald's nightmare. His nightmare is the CERVEZAvirus. Because, you know, Adam Schiff wrote to Rick Grinnell about stop changing stuff over at the Intel community. Oh, secrets out with Russia, with the elections, you guys, and the plans that they made. He is exposing that. Who's this Page of Cups? What do they do? This is data transfer. This is propaganda. Justice, the balance of the propaganda. This card this just showed up earlier. The Justice Department. Oh, courts. I just got in my mind, like the things that we've been seeing the last couple days that have been released, the FARA registration, the Nicholin case proceeding. What was the other one? That's elections. This is also celebrating the big heist that they've had with our PPE and with hijacking our telecommunications. I need to find out let's find out when this Venus is retrograde, you guys. Let me do a quick search on that. I do not like Venus retrograde. It makes me tired. For me personally, because my Venus is so strong and in its dominion. When Venus is retrograde, it also affects your kidneys. At least for me it does. Because Venus rules over the kidneys. The thyroid. Friendships, communications. May 2020. It'll station retrograde May 13th at 21 degrees Gemini. That is Donald's natal sun is 20 degrees 50. Oh, he's going to have a bad birthday. That's June 14th. Oh, what a crappy way to start to start off a birthday year solar return. That's like your money goes out the window. Oh, too bad, so sad. And it will station direct on June 25th at 5 degrees Gemini. Oh man, he is going to hate it. That is so awesome. He can't do anything about that because, oh my gosh, Pluto's going to go retrograde then, and it's going to go back, it's going to reverse and go back over his Venus. He's so screwed. Okay. That's cool. How much? Oh, 2535 Apple. Listen to the beginning of this live stream, and I go through a bunch of things that have already happened this week, just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's happening. Oh my gosh. And I think there's something going on with the cruise ships because in Australia, one of their cruise ships came to port, and you can't detain a ship, but I don't want to say that there was like a seizure, but it's almost like the police raided, the local authorities raided the ship. I don't know why they raided the ship, because it was related to something that happened in March. And then when you looked back at the USA, what happened in March with our cruise ships, like around the 15th or 16th, remember that cruise ship came into Miami. They disembarked like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people to Miami. They went straight to Miami International Airport, and all those people were there. That might also be that weekend. Well, I don't know. It was around there when there was some order about people coming into the U.S. with customs, and then people were delayed going through customs 6 or 7 hours, and there were thousands of people standing in hallways together, crushed together. Like there's a hypothesis that maybe that's why that outbreak happened in New York, because the New York outbreak has a genome that is more related to Europe, and California's, oh, okay, we gotta talk about this, because California's genome with their outbreak has more of from China, and there's a other hypothesis that maybe California developed some herd immunity over it because it took a long time for it to really break out. So I wonder if this is why Donald doesn't want to have testing, because apparently you can go like 7 generations back, or you can only go back by 7 of a virus replicating or mutating to find the strain. And I think what's going to happen, this is why Donald doesn't want tests, he's so adamantly against the tests, is because they'll be able to trace this stuff back to its origins eventually. Okay, that's the question I need to ask. Does that make sense? Yes, California did take action very early, and Illinois did as well. Okay, so yeah, that's right, Wendy. They let all the passengers off without any screening. Wait, Wendy, are you from Australia? They let the passengers off without any screening, detaining, or advice. Same here. I don't understand why there was that raid on the cruise ships in Australia. Texarkana, Kirk, what did Marianne? Oh, I didn't see her orbs. I just saw streaming lights. So, let's see. Show me raiding the cruise ship in Australia. Fool. Oh, my battery's getting low, you guys. If it goes out, we're done. That's all. We'll try to go as quickly as we can. So the Fool. This is my sealed indictment card. Just a second. Okay. Why did they raid those cruise ships related to the CERVEZA? Sealed indictment. Someone get arrested. They're getting evidence. What's this huge burden that's just overwhelming? This overwhelming Three of Cups, news about it, plan. What is this? That's quartz for me, or airborne. Right, see, now okay. The very paranoid, suspicious part of me wants to say these are the courts wanting to look into strains going back to Russia, China, and if something was set up. Because there's a celebration over that, getting news from overseas, and that was a plan happening very quickly. Okay, what's crowning the reason why they raided the cruise ships in Australia? Because they were disappointed. See, this is my Russia-China card, and I know China is hanging all over in the Pacific Seas, all over around Australia doing crap. It's not good. I don't like it. It's really kind of a nightmare over there, you guys. What happened in the past? Why would they raid that ship? This is my card for the CERVEZAvirus being transmitted airborne, on purpose or not, but that's the action of it being transmitted, which led to the government having to intervene. Why does this government have to intervene? Oh my God. King of Wands, that's my angry Putin, my MBS card, or another person like that. Whoops. Going global epidemic. Oh my gosh. So this is having good beneficial timing. This is bad timing. Who's this Fool? This Fool is the assault, the action, to just this airborne slicing death through the air. Death. I just said slicing death through the air. Strength. This is Russia's strength. You guys, something's going on. Okay, tarot. Why is donholio so adamant now? Not only we know he wants to get the economy going because the Empress, Trump Russia, says you got to go do it because things are happening really quickly. They're paranoid. But he's just as adamant about absolutely no more testing. They withdrew funding for testing for CERVEZAvirus to end this week. And we need that more than anything to move forward. Donald, why are you ending testing? What are you so afraid of? Jail. Seriously, you're afraid of? What is this? The plan, the courts, Nancy, because of Nancy, the courts. He does not want testing because, oh my God, the courts and Nancy. The basis of this, Nancy. He doesn't want it because of Nancy. What is Nancy going to do? What is it about Nancy with testing? You don't want it to be done. No. No what? No. Nancy? No what? No. This is the app by Russia. It's gone bad. Remember, this was my earlier reading. What is it going to take for something to happen? This showed up. So, you guys are getting close. Speaker Pelosi, he does not want her to know because this whole thing with Lavrov, Russia is going to go bad. Because of the PPE and the stockpiling and all the crap. Oh, he's going to get in trouble for something. What's crowning you, Donald, with this testing? Why you don't want this testing to happen? Yes, that's the truth. What happened, I just said, yes, that's why. Tell me more. Because of the government. Because of the government. The government is all over him. Because what you do in the past, donholio? You did something with Russia you shouldn't have been doing. I think I've traced this back to the new moon in Scorpio around October 28th. That's where it really starts showing up, and it's some scary stuff in that teroscope. And what was crowning Washington, D.C. right then was Aries, and right now the sun has moved into Aries. At the top of that chart was Donald's parts of danger, destruction, decapitation, all the D's. That was his plan back at the new moon in Scorpio. And here the sun has come back to that point, and he has to deal with it. Hello, eclipse points. And what's happening as of that with testing? Got caught. You're going to get caught. People are going to find out. They're going to get a new perspective about what's been going on. And your challenge with people finding out is what is it? Unindicted, co-conspirator, individual one. Your challenge is, going to jail because you're covered in what, Donald? Justice. The scales of justice. Exceedingly fine. What is the quote? The wheels of justice turn slowly but grind exceedingly fine. We're in the grinding part. We're all grinding. He does not want the test because that's what the plan was. That someone abroad, a little bird told him, no testing. It'll be a nightmare. You are a nightmare, Donald. Oh, the Page of Pentacles, the origins of, see, this pentacle also is a virus molecule to me. The nightmare of the virus. Oh, hey, Bill, this is the Bill Barr card. No wonder so he knows too. He's the mass obstruction. Hi, China. Their agreements. Bill Barr. Bill Barr. Oh, yeah. Where are you, Bill Barr? Bill behind bars. Are you on here? How could I miss you? You're impossible to miss. Oh. His secret is his betrayal reversed. Having to pay up for his betrayal. That's where the moon is, in the area of secrets and investigations. And his partnerships having to do with Lavrov, Russia. That's why. We got to start the economy. No tests. Trying to just move on. No, 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 no. Okay. So I think you guys, I think I'm done here. Was that enough? Are we good? I feel like I finally caught up with everything. It's just been hanging over me. Yay, BC Canada took action very early. I know. I love seeing what Canada's doing for their citizens. I'm sorry, our government is just such a mess. Such a mess. Yes. So proud of you guys. And South Korea. Yay! Everybody hit the like button, please. Thank you, Janet, so much. Yay. Okay. Anything else? Last call. Last call for alcohol. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, T-Bar. Thank you, Keisha. Keisha, I haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you. Janet, Jim. Hey, wow, Nancy Lee, thank you so much. Mahalo nui loa. Yes. Yes, call please. Mama Roma, I'm back. Janet, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. Hey, your Linda Foster from Indiana. Sag Hearts Taurus. Yeah, I like saggy hearts. Good, I'm glad this is making sense. Okay, thank you. No, I did not see your story about your cat, Felix. I will look at that. I will look back through this. I'll scroll back and look for it. I did not know Cohen was in solitary. I don't think he can be in solitary. He's in a medium. Isn't he in a medium security thing? Yes, thank you, my most wonderful moderators. Mostest wonderful. Show me Michael Cohen. Last one. Michael Cohen, what are you doing? The devil. This is my Putin card. Michael Cohen, why'd you pick Putin? Oh, is that donholio? It's crowning you, Michael Cohen. Russian secrets coming out. Courts. Russia's strength. The Trump campaign. Intelligence or the digital armies, the attacks on USA, agency money, no, suppression of the vote. This is coming up so much, you guys. Trump, Russia. Oh my God, is he the Page of Cups? About the Emperor, which is Emperor and Putin, and the money. He's having some talks right now. I don't know if he's in solitary confinement. Maybe he doesn't want La Cerveza. Okay, that's it, you guys. Sound good? Thank you, Kate. I don't think he'll get Epsteined. What is Jim Gray doing? Okay, thank you, guys. Have a good evening. Okay, I will post the Felix story in the comment section for... yes, Cynthia, please post your story in the comment section. That will be much, much easier, okay? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night. Renee, oh, I know what article you're talking about by Greg O'Lear. It is phenomenal. Yes, Renee, please comment in the comments and put that link in there. Okay, that is a really good one. You guys will like that. Okay. Signing off. So long. Farewell. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Thank you. Okay. How do I stop? I gotta figure this out again. Do. Where am I?